Okay, everybody, now we're going to learn how to solve multi-step equations. And because we have to do multiple things, I am going to write the steps as we do them. So the first thing we know to do is to isolate the variable term on one side of the equal sign by itself. So because 2 is positive, we're going to subtract. So your first step will be to subtract the constant, because 2 is a constant. Any number that doesn't have a variable is a constant. Subtract the constant from both sides. Oops, I didn't spell that right. From both sides of the equal sign. So we're going to subtract 2 from here. I'm going to subtract 2 from here. This cancels. 4 equals A over 4. And now, because this is a fraction, we still need to get the variable by itself. It's a fraction, which means division. We're going to do the opposite. And the opposite of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides of the equation by the denominator here, which is 4. So we're going to multiply by 4 here, multiply by 4 here. This cancels. 4 times 4 is 16. A equals 16. Okay, scholars, here we have -6 plus x over 4 equals -5. And again, we are solving multi-step equations, so that means we have to do multiple things. So first, again, we're going to isolate the variable term by moving the -6 or getting rid of the -6. So it's -6, so we're going to add 6 to both sides of the equation. So we're going to add 6 here and add 6 here. According to our integer rules, -6 plus +6 is 0. So that leaves x over 4 on the left. -5 plus +6 is +1 on the right. Our variable still isn't by itself, and fractions are division, so to get rid of the fraction, we need to multiply both sides of the equation by the denominator, which is what? 4. So we're going to multiply by 4 and multiply by 4. This one cancels out, and x equals 4. Okay, here we are. 9x minus 7 equals -7. Again, we're going to isolate the variable by adding the opposite. This subtraction sign means that this 7 is negative, so we're going to add 7 to both sides of the equation. (9x) then equals 0. The variable still isn't by itself, so we want to divide both sides by 9. And why did we divide by 9? Because 9x really means 9 times x. So you want to divide by 9. Now, you cannot divide 0 by 9. So that just makes your answer 0. Here we have the equation 0 equals 4 plus n over 5. Again, we're going to isolate the variable term. 4 is positive. So the first thing we want to do is to subtract 4 from both sides. We'll subtract it from here and subtract it from here. That cancels. We have negative 4 equals n over 5. The fraction, it means division, and the opposite of division is multiplication. So to clear the fraction, we're going to multiply both sides by the denominator, which is 5. Multiply by 5, multiply by 5. This cancels, leaving n by itself. 5 times negative 4 is negative 20, so n equals negative 20.